Everything I know you to say. You and your friends, who got everything, but I want everything, sometimes I get this, sometimes it's an every positive. Now the house, what you need, and you drink. Go to money, what you got, say that for me. What did they say, and they cannot need to do, and like be everything, and they that what we do. So, no despite the better we can get the what we not keep class, nobody can do that. Go, I'm not every day, and tell it, don't want you to go. Get on the floor, tell them what we do. Everything is something that we produce. Cheer all day, make sure don't go to jail. But let the money spend, yeah, let them use their play. I'm a soon on tape. When chicken say, Oko, it's so classic. Soon on tape. When chicken say, Oko, it's so classic.
There are crowds in many places, in every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands, follow the right authority. But they can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a you must talk it, I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. I'm a part of report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own Oldman Sam Saya.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Robbie, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Garland Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Easy, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so going deep and deeper. Put it to Ichiki. Villa living sense in her.
Good morning, a very pleasant good morning wherever you're joining our broadcast this morning. We'd like to welcome you to the program from the Print News on Freedom Communications Incorporated. As a matter of fact, today is Wednesday and it's the 25th day of June, and I'm glad that I'm here this morning to share what we have from our local dailies. We'll be looking at the online version today. We do not have the hard copies of these papers on our decks, but we'll be looking at the soft copy. Okay, so we've been joined this morning already by our Radio LRB partner, Aliyu Masale. Good morning, Aliyu.
Good morning, Esther. Good morning, Mama Labira. This is Aliyu Masale from Baltimore. Glad to be here.
Okay. So we like to recognize our sponsors, Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. We want to recognize Crime Stoppers Liberia. We want to recognize also the Exodus Best Price store on the Girly Street and the Old Road. So folks, we have two local dailies, like I said, but we're going to be looking at the online version, not the hard copy. And our top story here says Senator Cornyn raises alarm over lack of implementation of 25% procurement quota for Liberian-owned businesses. Senator Amara Cornyn, chairperson of the Senate Committee on Public. Aliyu, can you just mute yourself? Okay, thank you. Senator Amara Cornyn, chairman of the Senate Committee on Public Accounts, has raised serious concern over the government's failure to enforce the provision of Section 4.4 of the Small Business Empowerment Act of 2014, which mandates that at least 25% of all public procurement for goods and services in the national budget be allocated to Liberian-owned micro, small, and medium enterprises. In a formal communication to the Senate discussed during its regular session on Tuesday, June 24, Senator Cornyn lamented that more than a decade since the law was enacted, there is little to no evidence of its enforcement. He said the intent of the legislation is to increase local participation in the economy, stimulate domestic production, create employment, and help build a resilient Liberian private sector. A decade after its passage, there is insufficient data in the public domain to determine whether this provision is being enforced and if the intended beneficiaries, Liberian-owned businesses, are indeed gaining from public procurement opportunities, Senator Cornyn stated. He called for a comprehensive review of the implementation of Section 4.4, including the convening of a public hearing to assess the level of compliance and explore measures to strengthen enforcement. Senator Cornyn recommended that the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning be required to present a detailed report to the Senate outlining the total value and percentage of public procurement awarded to Liberian-owned businesses over the past 5 fiscal years, a classification of beneficiary businesses by sector size and ownership, a list of complaints and non-complaint government entities, mechanisms for tracking, verifying, and enforcing the 25% procurement requirement. He also urged the Senate to invite key stakeholders to testify, including representatives from the MFDP, the Public Procurement and Concession Commission, the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, the Liberian Private Sector Organization. Senator Cornyn emphasized the importance of identifying structural and policy barriers that hinder the full implementation of the law and the need for potential legislative or regulatory reforms to ensure compliance, transparency, and fairness. This review and hearing would not only promote oversight and transparency in implementing this law, but also reaffirm the Senate's commitment to laws critical in empowering Liberian enterprise entrepreneurs to be participants, not spectators in their own economy, he asserted. Following the Senator Conan's communication, the plenary of the Liberian Senate, which is the body's highest decision-making forum, has instructed its relevant committee to launch a formal investigation into the matter. The investigation is expected to evaluate the current status of the Act implementation and make recommendations to ensure Liberians' own businesses receive the economic support envisioned under the law. Okay, so we will leave you there. Let's look at more stories this morning. We have this. President Boakai signs Book of Condolence in honor of the late President Samuel Kanya Doe. President Joseph Boakai on Tuesday signed the Book of Condolence in honor of Liberia's 21st president, the late Samuel Kanya Doe, at the Centennial Memorial Pavilion in Monrovia. The ceremony, attended by senior government officials and members of the Doe family, marked a solemn moment in the country's ongoing effort to reconcile with its past and honor former leaders who died under tragic circumstances. President Boakai, reflecting on the historical significance of the gesture, said the act of remembrance was part of a broader national initiative to promote healing and unity. Today, we honor the memory of President Samuel Kanya Doe not only as a former head of state, but as a son of Liberia whose life and leadership, though considered controversial by many, played a significant role in shaping our history. The president said after signing the condolence book, may this gesture serve as a step towards reconciliation, peace, and national cohesion. President Doe, who led the country from 1980 to 1990, following a military coup that overthrew President William Arotobert, who became Liberia's first indigenous leader to ascend to the presidency. He was killed in September 1990 at the height of the Liberia's first civil war, a period marked by widespread violence and national fragmentation. The Book of Condolence signing is part of an effort by the Boakai's administration to former leaders and provide proper national reconciliation, especially for those who died in extraordinary or violent circumstances. Okay, we're going to leave you there and look at more stories this morning from an online version of the Front Page Africa paper. Let's have this one. Senator Batikwa raises alarm over disappearance of Atlantic Resources in Grand Cru, calls for cancellation of forestry management contract. The chairman of the State's Committee on Investigation and Concessions, Senator Numini Batikwa, has called for the cancellation of the forest management contract signed between the government of Liberia and Atlantic Resources Limited, citing the company's abrupt shutdown and prolonged absence from Grand Cru County. In 2009, Atlantic Resources Limited secured a 25-year forest management contract, granting it the right to manage and harvest timber in forested areas of Grand Cru and Sino counties. However, the company reportedly ceased operation in 2016 and has since disappeared without notice to county authorities or residents. In a communication addressed to the plenary of the Liberian Senate on Tuesday, June 24, Senator Batikwa alleged that the company not only abandoned its operations, but also left behind its employees and failed to meet key obligations under the agreement. The company's decision to shut down and abandon its operations clearly shows a lack of interest and commitment to fulfilling its contractual responsibilities, Batikwa said. He further noted that several efforts through meetings and correspondence to engage the company and persuade it to resume operations had proven faulty. In view of the above, I hereby request that the Liberian Senate take decisive action by terminating the operations of Atlantic Resources in Grenville County through de-ratification of its concession agreement. This could pave the way for other interested investors to access and utilize the forest resources in the county, he said. We're also going to leave you there and look at this one. Stan demands IG Coleman uh, recusal over investigation credibility concerns. Okay. Stan Chairman Mobake Molu Jr. has called for the immediate appointment of a special prosecution and the recusal of Police Inspector General Gregory Coleman from the ongoing investigation into the capital arson case. In a statement issued on Tuesday, Molu warned that the credibility of the investigation has been severely compromised. He accused the Liberian National Police of abandoning its constitutional role in operating as a partisan arm of the ruling establishment. According to Molu, this is a defining moment for the administration of President Joseph Boakai. He said the president must act immediately by appointing a truly independent special prosecutor and ensuring that RG Coleman is removed from the investigation process. Molu added that any delay in doing so would invite international condemnation, destroy public confidence, and risk destability destabilizing the Liberia's fragile peace. Molu said it has independently confirmed a troubling pattern of human rights violations by both the Liberian National Police and the National Security Agency. These include arbitrary arrest, torture, coerced confession, and enforcing disappearance. Among the cases highlighted are that of Thomas Adrie, who was allegedly tortured at the NSA's White Plain facility and forced to sign a false confession. Andrew Loyson and Albert Weah, who were reportedly beaten and forced to drink urine during interrogation. Well, John Yanti, who was allegedly detained for 11 days without charge after refusing a bribe to implicate others, and Christian Kofa, who was reportedly arrested and remains missing, raising fears of enforced disappearance. Monu maintains that these actions are in direct violation of the 1986 Constitution of Liberia, as well as international treaties to which Liberia is a party, including the UN Convention Against Torture, the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, and the African chapter of Human and People's Rights. The group's chairperson also cited a violation of the ECOWAS Protocol on Democracy and Good Governance. In addition, the human rights concerns Molu argues that the continuing involvement of Ali Coleman and the Ministry of Justice in the investigation represents a clear conflict of interest. Okay, and that's what we have there. Let's see some more stories this morning on the front page Africa Online News. Refertilizing the economy, House concurs with Senate on Ports Autonomy Act. This is also right here. You can just go online, and it's right here. And we have Liberians reaffirm trust in NEC as survey highlights democratic gains and inclusion goals. And then this one, rehabilitated son who faces up to 20 years in prison after pleading guilty in drug case. Rehabilitated son faces up to 20 years in prison after pleading guilty in drug case. Peach H. Belite, son of Nima County District 7 Representative Musa Hassan Belite, is facing up to 20 years in prison after pleading guilty to multiple drug-related charges in a plea bargaining agreement with the Ministry of Justice. The pleas agreement was formally entered on June 18, 2025 after criminal Aziz Court C and approved by his owner Joe S. Banco as signed Circuit Judge. Final approval of the agreement was completed on June 23rd, 2025. Belite was indicted by the grand jury of Montserrat County on June 4, 2024 for offenses allegedly committed on March 24, 2024. According to the court records, Belite pleaded guilty to the following charges: unlicensed possession, sale trade, administration, dispensation, delivery, distribution, dispatch, in transit, and transportation of controlled drugs or substances in violation of Section 14.85 of the Penal Code, and unlicensed possession of controlled drugs and substances in violation of Section 14.89. So we will leave you on that, and let's see more. We have several young women empowered with political leadership skills. That's one. And then we have Liberian CSOs call for withdrawal of bill amending like Local Government Act, citing. And then we have Wilmot Pay Minister reforming mining sector. And then InfoQuest launches third quarter report on gender sensitive legislative monitoring. And then we have Labor Issues Act of Witch Hunt NPA order to pay US 280K for wrongful dismissal of senior staff. So that's all we're going to take from the front page Africa this morning. We want to quickly look at the online version of the Daily Observer. And so let's have it quickly. Okay, we are here. It says the top story, the online version of the Daily Observer says education sector in dire straits. And this story is just right here. Let's bring some lines. It says Niche has released a groundbreaking report detailing the outcome of a nationwide quality assurance assessment of Liberia's higher education institutions Tuesday, uncovering several deficiencies that could lead to the suspension or permanent closure of dozens of institutions. The assessment, launched in November 2024, was conducted as part of Niche's statutory mandate to regulate, supervise, and accredit higher education in the country. Currently, 79 institutions are recognized as lessons chartered or accredited across Liberia's 12 counties, while more than 30 others remain unrecognized and are considered non-compliant. The exercise aimed to transform Liberia's higher education landscape to ensure academic excellence and alignment with the nation's development priorities under the IRS agenda. The Niche executive director said our focus was on verifying institutional integrity, academic standards, and sustainability. We found widespread problems ranging from poor infrastructure and unqualified staff to fake academic credentials and unauthorized programs. The assessment covered a broad spectrum of institutional operations, including governance, faculty qualifications, academic programming, student services, research activity, infrastructure, and financial management. Investigators conducted interviews with institutional leaders, inspected physical facilities, and reviewed administrative and academic records. Key findings reveal that many institutions lack basic facilities such as libraries, laboratories, and functional restrooms. Additionally, numerous colleges and universities were cited for employing unqualified staff, operating with fake academic credentials and introducing academic programs without NIH approval. Many have also failed to pay mandatory regulatory fees or present strategic development plans. Based on the founding, NIH categorized institutions into four groups. Category A, accredited or chartered institutions with challenges. These institutions include the University of Liberia and African Methodist Episcopal University, remain operational but must address issues like unqualified faculty and poor infrastructure within a defined period. Category B is licensed institutions with operational deficiencies. These schools include Best Brain University College, Blue Crest University College, Harvest Intercontinental American University, and United Methodist University. Face strict monitoring and must improve standards on risk escalation to Category C. So Category C are institutions facing suspension. These institutions fail to meet basic requirements, often lacking permanent facilities or financial planning. Their licenses are suspended immediately pending compliance with NIH guidelines. Category D, which comprises illegal institutions. This category includes unrecognized entities such as the Liberia Institute of Medical Arts, the Sabina School of Travel and Tourism, the African Scholarship Rescue Institute University, the Connect Academy, and the Professional Journalism School of Liberia. These institutions are to be shut down immediately and must undergo proper accreditation procedures to operate legally. Dr. Wankoya noted that even long-standing institutions like Cottington University and the African Episcopal University have been flagged under Category A and B, stressing that non-compliance will lead to future suspension or closure. Institutions in Category C must work collaboratively with the Commission to resolve deficiencies, while those in Category D are strictly prohibited from operating, he said. The report developed in consultation with NICH board commissioners, educational experts, and compliance officers represents a decisive move towards restoring integrity and accountability in Liberia's higher education system. The Commission pledged to continue working with all stakeholders to ensure that every institution meets the standards necessary to deliver quality territorial education. Okay, that's what we're going to get from there. Let's run up to more. Senate PAC chair unsatisfied with 2014 SBE. We've already brought that. And then this says Charles Taylor, ICC lawyer, is dead. And then more story says Capitol Fire investigation demands justice vigilance. Okay. And this says Bwaka gets tough. Bwaka gets tough. And that's one of the stories here. And then we have government launches 5 million rural road projects. Well, let's take some lines from this one. And I don't know what is going to be our final story, but we have to look to see. The governments of Liberia and Sweden have jointly launched a US 5 million rural road project that will bring vital infrastructure upgrade to Bong, Nimba, and Lofa counties, targeting over 60 kilometers of new federal roads and maintaining more than 360 kilometers of existing village access roads. And then, launched under the Liberia-Swedish Feeder Road project, the initiative is designed to enhance rural connectivity, boost agricultural productivity, and improve livelihoods in some of Liberia's most agriculturally significant but underserved regions. Speaking during the launching ceremony on June 23rd, 2025 in Swakoko District 5, Bong County, Mr. Clark Henrik Jacobson, Program Officer of the Inclusive Economic Development at the Swedish Embassy in Liberia, said the project is a strategic push to reduce rural isolation and support economic inclusion. This project is aimed at improving rural access and boosting economic and social connectivity in hard to reach areas, Jacobson emphasized. In Brown County, the project will cover critical agricultural corridors across Zota, Penta, Swakopmund, Yok, Yokole, Jokole, Salala, and Konowala district. Specifically, 10.2 kilometers of maintenance work will be conducted in Zota district alone, while additional maintenance will support around 200 kilometers of existing roads across the county. In Lofa County, 45 kilometers of new roads will be constructed in Zozo, Bonjama, Kulahun, and Foya districts alongside maintenance works spanning 71.7 kilometers in Salaye, Zozo, Bonjama, and Wadu Poli district. Meanwhile, Nima County will see the construction of 90 kilometers of new federal roads benefiting residents in Bangai, Do, Sanikole, Ma, Wele, Zopo, and Bo district. In addition, 92.7 kilometers of road maintenance will be conducted in Dopo, Kula, and Gali Gear district. Well, so far so good. That's all we can take from this one. Let's see if we have more. But I think it's okay. This is all we can bring you from the Daily Observer. We earlier brought you the front page Africa, and now we brought you the Daily Observer. We're gonna take word from our sponsors. When we get back, we will definitely come with our talking points.
It's about musical. There are crowds in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. Well, it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see you must take it. I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see don't keep it. I'm a part of report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own Omen Samsaya.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all.
Rabbi, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
He said, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so going to plenty pop, put in toto ichiki. We are living sense.
We want to welcome you back from that break we had to take with our sponsors, Malibu and Sons Incorporated, Crime Stoppers Liberia, and the Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street in the Old Road. But well, it's about time we jump into our discussion for today. Aliyu is gonna take the lead, and then we will open the telephone lines to hear from you guys. You know what you think about the various stories we brought you from the online version of the both papers, the Front Page Africa and the Daily Observer. Aliyu, you can go ahead. Aliyu, are you with us?
Esther, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, thanks there for the reading. I'll follow all the reading. This issue for the about the school business, I don't really know because government such a thing. I think you're supposed to give these people some warning that they had to do certain things, or you had to check their credentials or other things before you talk about shutting down these schools. Because for some of these people have graduated from these schools for the past maybe 1, 2, 3 years. So if you just come and shut down these schools, you say they are operating illegally. So what becomes of those people that got their degree, other things from this school? Are you trying to say that those degrees, they are not good, these are fraud because they were operating illegally? First of all, I don't know the benchmark that is set in Liberia that you had to meet away before you get accreditation from the government or the Ministry of Education to open a university or any school in Liberia. It is a good thing to put the university or the education up to standard in the country. That's not a bad thing. But this thing now doing it in such a form and manner, it comes with consequences. And I don't know what are some of the preparation the government is doing on that. Because first of all, you have to look at, when we talk about university, this thing had to be up to standard, where in your curriculum that you're teaching, it should match or international standard. Because you will not graduate from Liberia, you say, I did accounting. And when you travel abroad to work somewhere as an accounting student, or your performance is below the line. So it is a good thing, but the government, I don't know what measures they put in place. And like us, what we discussed, this don't just have to be the also when it comes to churches and things.
Aliyu, can you hear me?
Yes, what you say?
We're getting a little feedback from your end. Can you check your line? We're getting that kind of sound.
It's okay now?
Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. I think it's okay.
Hear me now, Claire?
Yeah, go ahead. It's better.
Okay. So as I said, the government, because all of these things where people come, they want to open university and things. I think there are some benchmark you had to see there before you open university. You had to meet up with the other criteria, you had to meet up with, and you had to know their curriculum they are having. It should be compared to international. These are some of the reasons sometimes people graduate and when they go abroad and their degree and thing they don't use it there. And most of the time we see like some of us came here, other people came here to go to school here. Sometimes the people look at your degree and think you have to start fresh. You see, these are some of the things. So it's a good thing. We want to make sure the education sector in Liberia is up to standard. Like Madam Sedi said, the education sector in Liberia will mess up, but they know about it. These are some of the things. It's a good thing the government coming up, but I think the way they can just come up with things abrupt, they will put us in place. Sometimes it make it to look that way. I don't know. This is another showmanship that it would die. The actual death. I don't know how that going to be, but it's also good. And it shouldn't just be the university. Even when it comes to high schools in the country, it should go across. You see, because these are some of the things you see today. Our government sending their children to private schools, private university, all of the country, because they feel like the education sector is messed up. They don't send their children to public school. Government call it government school, call it public school, and they don't care to even say put more money in the education sector in the country. All they care is about stuff. It is a good thing, but the government they had to ready think about it or what they are going to do or shutting down university to meet up with criteria. Where were they? People start been running those university all these years. You see, but it is a good thing, but they just had to put the right measures in place. And this issue, when it comes to listening to stand, they're talking about the government to bring independent investigators into this fire incident. I'm not seeing that to happen from this government because this is a political case and the president is in support of one side. The president is the one who caused the whole case in the country today because if Joseph Boakai was never going to and people play or coup against Fonati Kofa to remove it, our capital building was never going to be burned. But the records are there. Anywhere Joseph Boakai go, that destruction. So these are some of the things. Anywhere he go, people like there, as our country is heavily divided today. If you compare Madam Sedi 12 years of serving, you compare George, we had 12 years. See how divided Liberia is today as compared to
Josh, we have 6 years. We beg you.
I mean, for the correction, George, we had 6 years. Yes, my bad. George, we had 6 years. He ruled for 6 years. See how Liberia were looking. Madam Sedi 12 years. See how Liberia were looking. Joseph Boakai just less than 2 years. See how divided the country is. So that's Joseph Boakai for us. Anywhere he go, he will bring division and he don't settle anything. Today, he's the cause of our capital building being burned, and he politicized the whole thing, and he's doing everything, and he will do everything. That's what when it comes to the capital building thing, I always say for Fonati Kofa, you are a lawyer, you and your police, you need to step on your game or to get international lawyers involved. Because why you people talking about bringing independent investigators, that's not going to happen. This government is not going to pay attention to you. Joseph Boakai just want to make sure Gloria Mususka went to jail, Fonati Kofa and others because she go to jail. This making to revenge. He never came to serve that country. Joseph Boakai, Madam Sedi saw herself as president for the Republic of Liberia. She was president for the country. George Weah saw himself as president for the Republic of Liberia. He not president for Grand Crew. He not president for South E. He not president for CDC. He was president for the Republic of Liberia. Joseph Boakai, he see himself as president for Lofa Kate and Unity Party. He not see himself as president of Liberia. If he see himself as president of Liberia, the way in which our country is heavily divided today, politically charged, you are not going to be like that. So stay, you shouldn't be wasting your time. This government is not going to pay your no attention. Moluba Molu, for the fact that you are with CDC, that's the first thing. Joseph Boakai is not going to pay no attention Today, you form a civil society group, but they just see that civil society group to be another branch of CDC. So anything you do, the government is not going to pay no attention to you. Or speaking as an individual, me, this investigation, if you're only eight, but nothing, then not step on their game. I see no transparency in the entire investigation, and they will be locked up in that country. Joseph Boakai is behind this, and he will make sure these people work at the will and pleasure of the president. And this is the question one time I asked my friend: if you work at the will and pleasure of the president, so even if the president is in wrong, you will still stand to defend him. If that is the law in Liberia, I can never work in any government because I don't subscribe to that nonsense. Because I work at the will and pleasure of the president. So even when he doing wrong, I should him. Hell no, I'm not. Yes. And when it comes to something I saw about the American embassy saying that people should make their Facebook and whatsoever public. If you like, you can do it. If you don't like, it's up to you. Or America is not looking for.
So they won't be spying. The people won't be spying on us. I'm telling you.
That's another vetting
Like,
process. Esther, even
your page, I think is your private thing. Whether you want to lock your page, you want to open it, I think it's your stuff. Why would you?
our government is in the habit of giving passport to criminals. Those criminals go out there, you don't know what they are doing, and they are the kind of people they are aligned with in your country. Look at photo you have or automatic passport, another criminal that went to cook somebody. You know how many people working with in Liberia? So why if I'm in Liberia, I'm in line with Sokoto, such a criminal, and then I want to come to America, and they don't know about that record. When I come here, you know what I will be doing? I'm working along with Jokoto, like the guy who just turned John Yanti over, ambassador at large. Who gave you the position? He has a diplomatic passport. That's another criminal. You see? So even in this country, Esther, when you apply for a job here, they want your social security number. Because the moment you get your social security number, they put it in the system. From the day you enter this country to the hour or the second you were standing over there, they get everything. They do all your background check to know everything about you. Says you been in the country and you were involved in any criminal act or anything, all the places you have worked, how you left from there, they will check all of these things. So that's the same thing. Liberia, the way looking at America now, their security is very high. They are not joking with it. Looking at what is happening around the world. So if you want to come here, you open your Facebook page, they will look at, oh yeah, Esther Taku, she worked with Freedom FM, she was on this side, this and that. They check your Facebook friend, then they look at some of them, what they are into, and your association with them. It's not a bad thing. The people, they have to make sure the security of this country is something that you don't joke with. You see, why if Masale with the Baka death? You see, you think America will say, you look at who president you wishing he there. Why when you come to America? Because of politics today, some of us we go on Facebook, we wear all kind of yama. We sitting in America here. If I tell you the amount of time, the kind of thing that people can tell me, you see, people get mad because of politics. They will go on Facebook, they threaten people like they say all kind of things. These things are not good. Those politicians, you follow them tomorrow when they go to Capitol Building, you see them happy hands, they go in the club, they dancing. That Tomo Falaya today, CDC gave breath to him. They did feeding him today till he mature. So people who are behind Tomo Falaya, they say, all kind of things about Joseph Boakai, they wear against one another. And today Tomo Falaya, because of traditional culture and thing, Kingsman, and he go back and he say he's supporting Unity Party. So what becomes of you? Don't mind these people that you go on Facebook threatening people life. Sometimes people go, you writing all kind of negative things about other countries around the world. So these are some of the things. If you know you are into it, it's up to you. If you know you are not into it, once you know you have time to come to this country, if that advice go to people, you have to make your Facebook account public. Let it
Of course.
what you are being involved into. But if you have no intention to come here to go to school, or maybe you come here on non-immigrant visa, it's up to you. So some people say, oh, because of going to America, we shouldn't have privacy. You can have your privacy, But they still talking about the education. There should be a benchmark set that when you meet up with it, then you will get accreditation. So these are some of the things now. If you want to come America on a student visa or non-immigrant, these are things you need to do. You have to make your Facebook account public so America can know who is Esther Daku, some of these things, the people that she align with, what are some of these things, these people they are involved into. You see? And when it comes to that, I stay with my country, yes, wrong day. Today we're talking about illegal immigrant coming to America, all kinds of things. People want to support it, which is not good. Today we in Liberia that we'll be talking, oh, that people coming here, this and that, all kind of thing. You don't want to see people coming in Liberia illegally, but you should support people to come America illegally, or you bring criminals into the country. You see, so the issue about Monuba Molu, then, as I said, they should start wasting their time. This government is not going to pay attention to them. And the issue about the education, yes, the government, it is a good thing, but they should just put the right measures in place. Just how they did with the national ID, the right measure were not put in place today. They had to shut it down. It shouldn't just be showmanship because the government want to raise money. Raising money is not a bad thing. You're raising it for yourself, but you shouldn't or do something that will affect other people. So that's it. That if you want to open your Facebook to public, up to you. When you want to close it, you can close it. America doesn't care about that. It is you that want to come. America, you will not hear America sending people like Liberia to go for study. So you the one want to come and study. And one of the things, Esther, people come. I always say this. You see, some of us when we leave from abroad, we go back home, we become a serious embarrassment and disgrace to the nation. Because most of us, when we learn in this country or we work here, when we go back, we get nothing to show. Let's see the MCSS guy that have been suspended by Joseph Boakai. These are people that are coming from America here. When they go back home, they become more corrupt than the Liberians that they met there. And this is so sad. The people they get like believe that when we leave from here, we go back, we're supposed to go and change things. But some of us, when we go, more corrupt than any other thing. This is why when John Molu said bringing people to work is not a bad thing, but they should come with term of reference. Like me now, when I come in Liberia to work, I should come with my resume. You should be able to scrutinize me to know all the places I have been working, how I was working there from this year to that year, what made me to leave or what made them to fire me. You have to go through all of these things. But because I won't so you get time of sedition, you gave me job. Because I won't greet you get time of Unity Party, man, you gave me job. You even say care about my qualification when I can't say, oh yeah, I got master, I got this, and you gave me job. You see, there are people sent Madam Sally root 12 years. People working Madam Sally got for 12 years. From there they came back America here, they sat down. George Weah ruled our country for 6 years. Those people were still sitting here doing nothing. Joseph Boakai came to power, they go back to go. 18 years, you say that in America's drinking or wine, champagne, making your lipping, purple brown, you play video game. No fresh idea. Why are you taking it back to the people? Because I serve as minister in my government. So I can't invest all alone doing nothing. Where every day we are learning, our minds are developing fresh idea. What are you going back to do? So when these people go back, the only day I was sitting in America doing nothing, so my President Boakai pay me 6,000 now. Okay, no problem. Anything you go and do, that's it. All I know, let me be packing my 6,000 after you turn and go back to America.
Right. Okay.
That's happening. There are people, you retirees, you take. This is why I always tell George Weah, you need to start reaching out to people or people who are developmental oriented, people who are innovative. Liberia need total transformation. Don't reach to people who sitting in the country retiring with bunch of posture bear hanking on them. You can't take them. You say they're going to go serve. States here they say the government they come by America. They say they waiting for you to come back in power. Then what are they coming with? So you only come you work. From there you can't say that you be playing video game. When CDC getting power, you go back. No. First of all, the party need to be transformed. We need to. If we say we just remain like this for 2029, it is going to be hard for us. reach out to people, not those hungry.
When your country is a farm, that's what happens.
That is a farm that how people see Liberia as a farm. They will just go to work. After last 6 years, they come back, they say that all the money they stole, they get it, they enjoying, they drinking wine, champagne, playing video game. When the government come back again, they go. And this is not time for that. If this is the only way you will get people to come and work, I think it is better those Liberians are graduating every day, getting BSc, master, etc. Let it serve the country. They're bringing retirees, bringing good for nothing people that don't have no fresh idea to say they're coming to serve the country. This is why our country continue to be the way it is.
Right.
So,
And that's the sad thing, because the essence of going out there to look and see things, and come back with the vision, to do it for your country, if they are not happening, what's the essence of bringing those people?
yeah, you see, this is the problem. People only go. They say they went to go serve the country, but they don't go to serve the country. They go to serve this president or those people who carry them or who appoint them into position. Even when they are doing wrong, they are not there to say, "Oh no, Mr. President, you can't do this. We have to do this. We have to do this." This is why the president brought you to help. But instead, they only go there, they relax. This is so sad. People see Liberia as talking and farmland. First of all, God in heaven say, Ali Masale say that who they play video game. Then you call him as a minister. What do you expect from me? You see? What you think I'm coming to do? I'm doing nothing here. So even when you do something, I care. All I know, I getting my salary.
Okay. Thank you, Ali. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad we reserved the time. And just before we go to our telephone line, I was just, thinking, because it all boils down to us as a country, with the US talking about people leaving the page not on private because you are applying for visa. Is for those who are applying for visa. If you're not applying for visa, it doesn't apply to you. You can keep your page locked up if you want to keep it locked up, and all of that. Because if we have the kind of security measures that should be put in place, we wouldn't be having all of these different issues. A country that is 100 and some more years, and we're still having the issue of security in our country. We do not even have a database. A child is born today, probably at home, and there's no record. I mean, these are the kind of things we need to work on. And if we work on these things, there are a lot of issues that we will not have that are arising today. We will not have these issues. Crimes will be tackled easily. And when crimes are tackled easily, people will be afraid to commit crimes. But today in our society, people do things. They don't even care to even cover up for those things that they do, because they know that the kind of system that we have, you cannot trace them, which is a very sad thing. But at the end of the day, this is Liberia. This is what it is. The leaders that we have, that we trusted, that we placed there to, make the change, do the right things, they are still disappointing us. And when it comes to the issue of these various colleges and universities, my people, when we start to stop bribery in these institutions, because sometimes people go use the back row and do the kind of things they want to do. They will not go through the requisite authority. They will not have the infrastructure and all of that, yet they want to run these institutions. That's why you have the compliant officer who is responsible to go on these scenes. Look at what the people have. If it's not equipped enough for a university to be run there, you close it down. You close it down. Liberia is one of the oldest countries in the world, or in Africa, one of the oldest in Africa. At the end of the day, not a single one of our universities is on the listing of best universities in Africa. It's a sad thing. We don't see these things to be sad. We're just moving about. We don't care. We don't care. We are satisfied with where we are. We do not have that constructive jealousy in us. We just, complacent. We don't want to know. We're just living like that, which is a sad thing. It is our mindset that is keeping us where we are. Who would want to go to a university that is not accredited? Who? And we are glad that you have placed these names up so that people will know those universities that you are about to shut down. Because at the end of the day, people pay their money, go and learn. And then somebody will come to tell you that the degree that you have is fraudulent because of the university you got it from. It. And these are, it's sad. It is really sad. And lastly, just before we go to our telephone line, this entire awesome case, I am very more interested in the violation of human rights. Because I was just reading and I felt so sad that you would torture somebody and go as far as giving them urine to drink. I mean, that is so horrible, very horrible. We cannot be talking about human rights and then we'll be violating at the same time. So while you go through this case and you discover that these people don't even know, they don't even have the slightest idea of how that place got burned. At the end of the day, what do you do? Is that a system that we have? The system that talks about equal right, is this the system? That talks about justice, is that how you give justice? It is sad, my people. It is really sad. And that's why the police RG should step aside. Because this entire thing looks like a political game. That's what it looks like. You're playing games with people's life. You're playing games with people's life. Until a man is tried and found guilty, he's not guilty until then. So you must have enough evidence and not violate someone's right because you want to get information out of them. Terrorists, cartel groups, these are the people that do these kind of things because they do not care. They don't live by the law. You are the law. But yet you are violating people's right. I hope the former speaker will do all that he can so that international community can be involved in this case. Because we see it so clear. We see it so clear. It is so clear, laying on a silver platter, and we can see it. That you are being biased. You are being politically driven. That's what it is. And at the end of the day, justice that you want to reach or you want to be met will not be. You will have the perpetrator still running out there, because until you have a proof, whoever that you have in your custody is not guilty. Stop the human rights violations. That's not how you get information out of people. Stop the human rights violation. It is against our law. You cannot tell us that you are a protector of our law or implementers of our laws, and yet you violate these laws. Who do you expect to uphold these laws when you, who should be telling the people how to implement the law, you are the one violating them? But this is the country that we find ourselves in. People feel they can do things and at the end of the day go scot-free and all of that. But let's go to our telephone line now and take some calls from our audience. Let's have the phone on first. Those of you following us on the diaspora, following us via the radio, let's try to recognize those of you following us online. Let's read out your comments and then we will start to take our calls. But call us on 0776 104 104 086 500 104. Those are the numbers you can call us on this morning. You listen to the various topics and then let's hear what you have to say. So we have Alfred Williams. He says, nice appearance. I'm watching live from Nizo Community, Painesville. We have Progress Orita Johnson. She says, good morning, Queen Esther. We have Clarence Dwyer. He says, good morning, Esther. I'm following closely from Bo Watersa. We have T. Max Zugabre Wule says, good morning, darling. I'm watching from District 13. We have Gluto Eddie says, "Good morning, Esther Daku. I'm following you live from Sinka." We have, okay, let's come down here. We have Augustine Givler. He says, "Good morning, Freedom FM. I'm watching from Delaware, USA." We have Nathan Page. He says, "Good morning, Freedom FM. I'm watching from Nizo community." We have Clarence Dwayne. He says, "I agree with Chairman Molu. Gregory Coleman needs to step aside. We need international and independent investigators. The government should stop intimidating peaceful citizens, torturing innocent people, and giving them urine to drink only because you want force words out of them. It is terrible. How can a rescue mission turn into a torture zone? Exactly, because at the end of the day, the person might even lie on themselves. They might even lie with themselves because they want the torture to stop. And then we have T Max Sugabrewule. He again says, Gregory Coleman and Joseph Burker need to step aside. Let independent investigators take over the case and find the real evil who put the Capitol building on fire. And then we have Rebecca Sayon. She says, Eugene Fagon and George Lobo are examples. All the years they spent in America, they go home and sitting on Facebook line. Exactly. We have Duarte. She says, "Good morning, Esther. Good morning to you, Duarte. I hope you're having a great time." And then we have who's here? We have Daiti Tokwa says, "Watching from Omega Market TDC project." We have Masa Family. She says, "My freedom family." And then we have Salia Soni says, "Esther, let the CDC fund sit and allow the UP to deal with them. We told them before." And we have Poker Robert says, "Good morning, my beautiful, courageous comrade Esther. Sister Esther." We have who here? We have Poker again says, "I'm watching from my unknown destination. Thanks for the great hard work doing for our people." We have again Poker again says, "Reckless and senseless worker is a killer." And so far, so good. These are all of the comments we have. Let's come to our telephone lines now and engage our callers. Hello, welcome to the show. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good afternoon. Esther. Let me say hi to Natalie in the US. This is Edmond Carr.
Go ahead.
And Liberian people, I don't know what wrong with us. Just sometime like this called Friday, we were discussing the same issue as a social topic on King's FM and for the same protein. People are on and lock, and then they go to send you friend request. You line your page. Then you send your friend request.
It will reach the owner.
Yeah, how do you expect me to confirm that kind of friend request when I don't know you? I can't see anything about you. Who are you? So people, when they see that friend doing it, they go into it, they do it. Then to get all of it now, they gotta find somebody to help them to get all of it. What if you don't want for anything to be new up there and for you, don't go on Facebook. Stay on Facebook. Or if you want to lock your page, don't send nobody friend request. You're not going to be friendly with somebody where you don't know anything about it. So this take America again to come and caution task us what we're supposed to do. This is shameful. This is embarrassing. We need to try in this country. And then to the university, my university will mention that we needed to do certain things, category A, category B. They talk about AMU, Cottington, and UMU, and AMU is my institution that I graduated from. You can't tell me that these people have been operating, Cottington operating master program now, AMU operating master program now. Then they have not been, they got certain things to do, or else to raise teachers closer. Where is the problem? Be clear and tell why is the problem. Because you can't tell me say you are trying to do that again to be able to raise some funding for the government. Because for what we notice, everything that they put their hand in is just intended to be able to raise some funding for the government because there is no money coming in. Because it's a serious our home institution, We talk on this issue. They don't care why it's an issue because we got degrees from there. Okay, you can be questioning it. But you're not testing it. Okay? So quickly for that thing. You are right. You know, they need to try. This press conference after you appear, you can outside, you talk to journalists, it's not enough. It is clear. We see what's happening. Step further. And even made the people to do the right thing. But quickly, I forgot about something on the university issue. One of the things that I got parents with the university too, and the government need to look at, if you take transfer from University of Liberia to another university colleges around you, all your courses will be accepted. But when you take transfer from UNU to AMU, they will drop some of your courses. If you take transfer from AMU to UNU, they will drop some of your courses. Why is that happening? When all our colleges and universities on the same level.
Everybody want to feel superior.
Yeah. Okay. On the University of Liberia, all your courses will be accepted. These are things the government should be looking at. So if they are doing the right thing, fine. But come on and tell us clear what are the problems for those that are in category A and category B because some of our institutions are involved. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Edmund. Let's go to another person quickly. Hello, welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Esther.
Good morning. Welcome to the show. Let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, I'm patient Greg calling from Tugolo.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so the issue of the poor parties. Esther, they come here. You know that coming to listen. When POPA bring international investigators, the poor will reject the people. You know the coming to listen. You know that thing coming from Brother Common doing that 2 positions only read there. Fire service way. The fire service person get a chance. Because they want to declare the post vacant that the whole in. They come in and see what Esther. Then yesterday they get happy that fly. But my sister said the paper and land they don't pass out say my sister get problem. They don't learn nothing on my area. Nothing. But they won't play for in, they can put in a chair. They put a can go here. They can't get executive all of. Then he read it. They put it up going nowhere. The people that point in the private, we all feed it with.
Okay.
Put it now, when you're not poor, we are, when I get poor on their phone and carry it, we don't want to feed it.
Okay.
But nothing will come out of the government. So useless people.
Okay, let's move to another person quickly. Hello, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Go ahead.
Yes, let me say good afternoon to those who follow the show. My name is Hussein. I'm with Full. I called from Jacobstown around district number 2. I listened to the different talking points. So quickly I'll be brief. So the one that has to do with Fonanti Kofa and the versus Governor Liberia. So like I continue to say to my friends, your feelings and emotions, your party sentiment will not change the evidence in the court. Fonanti has some of the best lawyers, right? Like Councilor Massacre, a team of lawyers. The government has prosecutors. They were both arguing in the court, and evidence will be produced. I don't get it. When people come on the radio wanting to accuse the government, wanting to indict the president and the executive, which of course, I'm some of them say this when they were in high school, that the government is separate from the executive. In fact, President Baga told people, they have created a space of independence. The justice system is functioning according to a branch of government. Why people don't get anything? When you can't get in the court and you want to indict the president out of sentiment and emotion.
So excuse me, just a minute, right? Have you ever heard of a word called wrongfully convicted?
Those are words that I use.
Okay. So go on.
Right? Okay, so I want to tell my friends, you guys gotta wait and give the chance to the court to operate. You definitely have some of the best lawyers. Why you're not trusting the ability of those lawyers? Trusting the ability. In fact,
when a case looks like a political thing, when it looks like people want to run politics with it, have you not seen people have the best lawyers and they are still wrongfully convicted? Have you not seen that? When this particular case looks like they are using politics to play it, are you not seeing it? What about the people that have been tortured? What do you have to say concerning that?
So Esther, there is a legal process, and the both lawyer will argue in the court, and they have to provide.
So we are not saying they will not argue in the court, but people can also be wrongfully convicted. Thank you for calling. We have others on the line. Let's take this other person. Hello, welcome. Hello. Oh, we didn't cut you off. But keep your calls coming in to 0776-104-104, 0865-00104. These are the numbers you can call us on if you're part of the show. Hello, welcome.
Yes, I just.
Hello.
Yes. Yeah, this is Kel. I just need to end my thought, right?
Well, Kel, you already ended your thought. I mean, you said what you wanted to say. We don't have the time to keep you on the line. If you want to spend more than that time on the line, come to Freedom and pay for airtime. We will definitely host you. I mean, we have others on the line. We cannot have you on the line the whole day. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Welcome to the show. Let's hear you quickly. We don't have time.
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear us?
Yeah. I'm getting you. Hello?
Go ahead now.
Yeah. My sister, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Go ahead.
Yeah. You see the situation concerning the capital building? Let me tell you the truth. Our president was Constitution Baga. You getting me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm getting you. Go ahead. What if the school the men went to so the mainland nothing there?
Yeah,
you get proof?
Yeah, I get proof.
Go ahead.
The 12 years spent there, you ain't got nothing from there. Let me retrospect. You know, when you offered for 12 years, can you recall that? He offered at the executive mansion. At the mansion there, when Henry was there, the office that got burned. You see, it was executive mansion burned. The executive mansion burned. When I spent 12 years there, nearly every year, I was receiving 10 million to repair that mansion. For 12 unbroken years, executive years. And they did not repair that mansion. And then she left on office at 12 years. And we are thinking, we have spent 6 years there, we have 6 years, we have repaired that mansion and moved into that mansion. And he left the mansion, he said, because he got money, he went to foreign minister to spend the rest of the time there. We have to repair the mansion for 6 years. After 6 years, Waka came back to get in office. Waka, because he didn't learn the thing that happened at the mansion for 12 years while you were unhearing, the same thing brought into his administration. He just spent 1 year and a half. Capital Building branch. Because Henry was receiving 10,000 and 10 million every year in the annual budget, and you're using your own 20 things, you decided to do the same. That's why when the capital building.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. We have others on the line we have to take. Hello, welcome. Go ahead quickly.
Yeah, thank you, my dear listener. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to you. How was your family? What you great to know every family. And also to my people in the United States of America for the 42 and acting, always everything in the interest of our country.
Welcome to the show, Poker. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, for the recognitions and Poker Robert. And I joined you this morning for nations. Say Esther, this case now is not legally or it's political. So we want to ask our law abiding speaker, former speaker, our law abiding former speaker gave at the Kofa and no thing. Let them avoid the media for now. Let them get their lawyer the right to exercise their duty. Because when you get yesterday with the king, but we also the king from the court, Kofa was very not to address the media king until he was stopped by a lawyer. This case is not legal, it's political now. And now the lawyer to exercise their duty. Because for any mistake you do now, they will fight against you. But it's a lawyer, and you open the law. Let them avoid that one person be the spokesperson. If not a lawyer, they found one person to speak on behalf of them. Now everyone talk to the media. So like it even impact you. But to conclude, Joseph Parker is not doing well for himself. We are very clear here. And the thing they got paper, say after we are telling you this, we are very clear and emphatic about this. The thing they got paper, Mr. Parker is not got paper. Why are you talking to now? But just we as the developmental oriented president have taken power again. want for payback, you go to our people. You say you are a lawyer, but let's change the power. You're not even called for one reconciliation yet. One reconciliation, you're not called for here. But every day you are keeping our country into public disrespect. How do you call it? Public ridicule or public disrespect. But we will tell you that enough is enough.
Okay.
We are coming out July 17, and we'll give the power inherent in the people is more than the people in power. And we'll show the power come to July 17.
Okay. Okay, Poka. Thank you very much. We have others on the line. Let's have this person. Hello, welcome. Too bad. You still long on this line, and I don't know why you went off. Okay. We have you. Welcome to the show. Let's hear you quickly.
Good morning.
And Sadia, we have the WhatsApp line is on. You can call. Go ahead.
My name is Arthur Coelho, calling for Christian Company.
Go ahead.
Yeah. When it comes to the issue about Kufa, I just want to we the Liberian for us to see the thing when they just the news up and they go through the case and why the case how the case will go. But whole day everything in Liberia we have to go for the day is how Liberia will go forward. So right now to forget about politics.
Okay, thank you very much. We have this person on our diaspora line. Let's hear you. Welcome to the show. Hello? Hello? Are you on the line with us? Okay, let me adjust the volume. I think it's from my end. Hello? Hello, are you on the line? We cannot hear you.
Yeah, Esther.
Yes, welcome to the show. Let's hear you.
Thank you so much, my daughter. Good morning. This is now Rebecca from Minnesota.
Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you for the show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Esther, what's going on in our country, the good thing about it, since the government came to power, we've been talking and they are not listening to anybody. Even the cry of the people, they don't care. You understand me?
Sure.
We live in a diaspora here, Esther. Even if somebody see you or the police see you killing somebody on the spot, they will tell you you are not guilty until you are proven. You understand me?
Exactly.
They will take you to jail and start the investigation.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way they will torture anybody. But Esther, my heart bleeds every day for our poor brothers and children that are in prison because of the mistake that we made in our country. Answer care want to come on the radio and want to defend. Where in this world you say the person is their witness or the person did this? You're not able to carry the person to court. Would you get them in jail and give them urine to drink? Is that what will make you? Is that what will make the case?
Sad. And
care would then set it down in that country because they feel to themselves that life is in their favor today because I see it, and they think there will be no tomorrow. So they sitting down over there and looking at the wrong, and they are backing it. They forget about their children. They forget about the future of the country. But I'm excited to make a brilliant statement who says on the radio this morning, look at Ghana that is turning to Dubai. And I talk about Nigeria. Every village of Nigeria you go now, you see development there. The Nigerians that are here, some of them all working with them. They can tell you, they say, Rebecca, if I go for vacation in my village, they can call me eBay. They develop their country. They work here, they carry the money home. But United Party people, even some sedition too. For me, I have problem with that, I'm telling you. And so I could even get a job in Liberia to do. I said, no, I'm already in the diaspora. I got a piece of job there. I got an opportunity over there. Let me do something back to help you people. You're on the ground, you need a job.
Exactly.
And you stay over there, Esther, you don't have anywhere to go. You understand me? It's not like you can't travel, but the opportunity is not there. So if you get a piece of job to do, the first thing that will be running through your mind to develop your community where you are. Part of this and then to develop your community, develop your life, and do something on the ground for yourself. So what the essence of me living for here, going to Liberia, taking job from you? John Lomo, they went to airport for years. They go back and sitting down on radio. The city where you give back on. Look at the country he's from. You understand me? And this thing need to stop. And that mindset will not create if we don't stop the thing. Our country will not develop. But again, I want to thank you for the show and ask them if I can leave. This government will not listen to nobody. Because the citizens crying out. They are police, the police, and people say, oh, the citizen attacking the police. Police go to arrest you. And you are under arrest. Okay, let's go. Then they grab the person. Beating on the person, tearing your clothes on you. They don't care whether you woman or you man.
Okay.
But they will not listen. Thank you for the show, my daughter.
Thank you very much. We seriously out of time. But just before we go to Aliyu, I just want to make a little point on what my Rebecca just said. You see, we got serious issue in this country with the value of our money. The money we spend in this country to build a single house can build 2 houses in Nigeria. That's one of the difference. The money you spend in this country to build a single house, you can build 2 houses in Nigeria. The money we use, there's no value. Our money don't have value. I'm saying this. Things prices increase every day, skyrocketing. But people's salaries are not increasing. How many of you at your various institutions there that you have that your salary have been added without a promotion? This is something that should be looked into. Every year, people's salaries should be added up because every year things prices increasing. I just went to the store to buy provision for my house. Toothpaste that we're paying $150 for. How much is toothpaste now? $200. Some places you get it for $180. What the heck is going on? So you can, I mean, it's a sad thing. It's really sad. I'm sorry. I don't know who's calling, but we're really out of time. I will not be able to take, I know, Salia, you've been trying to get on. We don't have the time. I'm so sorry. Right. And so that's the country we find ourselves in, and our people are not doing anything about it. Nothing about it. Somebody sitting there making $100. At the end of the day, transportation fare claims. Gasoline price claims. You go to the market, even the princess idea we were eating, $200. It was $150. It's $200 right now. What is going on? How do you expect a citizens to survive? How many people will be able to build a house when you need thousands and thousands of dollars just to start building a house? We're suffering in this country. And this is one of the reasons why people's lives are not improving. Things prices are increasing. But I mean, you're working for somebody, your salary is not increasing. But that's what it is. Ali, you just close quickly and then we can leave from here.
Thank Esther and thanks to the caller for taking their time to participate on the show. The problem here, sometimes when we discuss important things and who see he don't want to come and talk to those issues, he want to come on defending government. I will say 1,000 times, Aliyu Masale, I don't trust the justice system. I will say 1,000 times. The justice minister was the Melaki and Mace interpreted Supreme Court ruling today that brought all of the north in our country because he working at the will and pleasure of Joseph Boakai. Also, 12 was one of the men of integrity in that country today. He has no integrity because of Joseph Boakai. I don't trust him in anything. Okay, the moment Joseph Boakai came to power, he used a presidential power today to free Gloria Mutuska. These are some of the things. You tell will say there and say the person that say we shouldn't discuss about politics. The case is a political case according to Gregory Cuomo, and Joseph Boakai said this is a political case because the moment the Capitol building got burned, there's a Joseph Boakai where he said this is an also without no investigation being conducted. Joseph Boakai lack of fresh idea. He has no fresh idea. You work with Malasedi 12 years. You have removed 2 speakers. What did you learn from that process? Nothing. You were just sitting over there to get salary at the end of the month. You didn't learn nothing. Because if you lay the present Manaseli follow, you are not going to burn our capital building today. You the one put the political juntas, rebel gangsters and voodoo gangs together to burn our capital building. They think I will say the case going to be free affair. No.
So they gangsters and hooligan you learn from the Bible now you're using it already on here.
Yes, he the one learning from. So that's he the one put those guys together. Today, if it was not Joseph Boakai trying to get rid of Fonati Kofa because he keep to rape our country or to get Rachel Kunde that will succumb to him. Anything Joseph Boakai want to do in our country, he will do it. I dare Rachel Kunde to open your mouth to say something when Joseph Boakai not play another coup against him. You see? And that goes to CDC. And an irresponsible child, you see, they say, I want to be represented. You say, yes, when you support the CDC, can't vote one, vote all. This is why we brought people today that undermine for the Kofa. 2029, you get some of those drunken people that they can't want to be represented. You say, yeah, you're going to support them. We should learn from our mistake. Till we see again, God bless America, God bless Liberia. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We have commercial commitment. We already in a people time. So, folks, we'll be here again on tomorrow, Thursday, with what's on your mind. You can tell us whatever you have on your mind. A lot of things happening in our country that we want to talk about. But again, time is man's greatest enemy. We have to go. My name is Esther Daku. Ali Masali was here. Do have yourselves a great day.